They were saying that they had heard that Dominique Jones had tickets on a lot of people's heads.
They saying Baby was putting a bag on niggas' heads. If that is true, bro, why do rappers keep doing that? Lil Durk, now it's Yellow Beezy, now it's Lil Baby, bro.
Lil Baby's worst nightmare is finally happening because people are saying on the streets that they're expecting to arrest Lil Baby on a RICO charge in 90 days. The Atlanta PD is not playing fair, and they are clearly coming for every Atlanta rapper that got any ties to the streets.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the channel, guys, where we look at the real life consequences of the streets so that we don't fall for the traps that's out there, and hopefully we can save somebody's life. I'm your boy Caliber. Let's get into it. Everybody know the Atlanta PD had already threatened that they was coming for Lil Baby.
One person police still want to hold accountable.
Cowardly acts of an Atlanta-based rapper that decided to go over into a rival gang stronghold and shoot a music video in a place that he knew he should not have been. And in the subsequent days, we saw homicides and shootings, and ultimately the deaths of 2 children as a result of his cowardly actions, and you know who you are. And I tell you that this team will work relentlessly to hold you and the persons that you are affiliated with responsible.
Arrest warrants disclose Dominique Jones,
Like
aka
what?
Lil Baby, is the rapper Atlanta police still have their eye on.
Bro.
Before all this popped off, Lil Baby actually tried to change his life. He was doing positive stuff in the community. He even did songs with Kurt Franklin.
We will be better than ever. Made a promise I could do it together, and ain't breaking my word. I just wish that I can.
That's what I be saying, cause like Lil Baby out of everybody, what do Lil Baby be doing, bro? He be chilling and making music. And look, so for the bald-headed ass police officer, him right there, he talking about, I already made a video about this a little while back. Lil Baby went to his Opps hood, shot a music video, and 2 kids got killed. R.I.P. to them 2 kids. But officer, if you watch my video, I already told your ass, you cannot control that. Like, how you gonna try to hold Lil Baby accountable because his op slid? His op slid. My nigga, he didn't tell them to do that. Bro, he could have been in his hood and they still could have slid through it and popped him. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, cuz they're crash outs. They gonna do that regardless, no matter where he's at, bro. You tripping.
They never made a promise I could do it together.
Like, they still on that.
I just wish that I can fly like a bird. Baby, I said it now,
I gotta be honest. I really like that song. And I like the positive things that he was doing in his community.
Who the hell
As
is
we
that?
know, guys, no matter how much good you try to do out here, sometimes the streets, I try to pull you back. As Lil Baby been hearing whispers for years that the cops was coming after him. And that's why he tried to change the name of his label to have no street ties.
Went from 4PL to glass ceiling.
Glass window.
Right.
And of course, 4 Pockets 4 had to come to an end.
Why you say of course?
Because all that be going on. And I had to start learning that other people's actions I could be held accountable for.
Right.
I ain't know all that at first. You know what I'm saying? I never would have went that route, but I ain't know. Now that I know, I'd be a fool to just keep the same thing going. They trying to make something out of something that it ain't. Because the way they trying to set it up as a system, they gonna try to use it as a game. And it's really the like target. And it's some people who do act as gangs, but that ain't everybody.
Right.
I'm really on the phone with my lawyers looking out the window and I named it Glass Window. It got nothing to do with nobody. It don't got to do with nobody. No nothing.
What?
But unfortunately, as much as Lil Baby...
I thought it was CBFW. I thought that was his new joint. Or am I tripping? Am I wrong? I don't know. But like, shoot.
Tried to change his life and separate himself from the streets, his enemies from his old neighborhood came back to haunt him. Y'all remember when his music video got shot up last year?
Hey.
What the fuck?
Well, the people who did it was a rival gang called OMF, aka Goodfellas. And when they shot up Lil Baby's...
Like, bro, you not stopping them from doing their crash outs. Look at them. They have nothing to live for. They have nothing, absolutely nothing to live for. They live and die by crashing out, bro. You're not stopping. It doesn't matter if he's in his hood, their hood, the park, no matter where he's at, bro. If they see him and they know his location, they're coming, bro. You can't stop niggas like this that don't have no dreams, no aspirations, no goals in life, nothing to live. Like, come on, bro. He looked like Chris Brown, but
his neighborhood in retaliation of him shooting a video near their hood, a little child was killed. And the cops try to blame it on Lil Baby.
7 people behind bars charged in a shooting that left 2 teenagers dead in Atlanta.
Investigators say members of a hyper-violent street gang are behind the shooting deaths of 13-year-olds Jacody Davis and Lamont Freeman last summer.
Police say it was a gang hit gone wrong.
Grown men playing gangster. that left 2 of our children in graves.
These are the innocent faces of gang violence in Atlanta. 2 of them, 13-year-old boys Jaythou Davis and Lamont Freeman, were killed. And 11-year-old Dontavius Davis was wounded last July in a shooting on Spark Street. APD says Freeman was killed on his 13th birthday.
Bro, why? Why is you staring at me, bro? Look, think about this for a second. You a grown-ass man staring at me when we supposed to be reacting to the video together. You a grown-ass man staring in my soul. Think about that for a second. Let that sink in, bro. I don't get it, bro.
Lamont Freeman was allowed to be a 13-year-old for 27 minutes before gang violence ultimately took his life.
Authorities say a high-ranking member of the Goodfellas gang who was incarcerated orchestrated the attack using a smuggled cell phone. Following those instructions, the suspects opened fire at an apartment complex where the 3 young teens were gathered to celebrate Freeman's birthday.
But now that the Goodfellas is in court and they testifying, it's getting way worse for Lil Baby because the police done called in a confidential informant saying that they got wiretaps of phone conversations, and they saying they got evidence that Lil Baby was putting tickets on his enemy's head.
And the suspects charged in the 2024 murders of 13-year-old Lamont Freeman and his friend 13-year-old Jaythou Davis took their seats inside a Fulton County courtroom for day 3 of a preliminary hearing, which will determine if there's sufficient evidence for the men to stand trial.
So I think that we are ready to begin.
An APD detective who asked us not to show her face because she's involved in undercover investigations took the stand for more than 2 hours. She testified that investigators used social media posts and wiretaps to determine that the 7 defendants are members or associates of the Goodfellas criminal street gang. Police say the shooting stemmed from a gang war sparked by rapper Lil Baby, who they claim is affiliated with the rival criminal street gang 4PF.
Go ahead.
Okay. This is why I always tell y'all.
Oh, what's up, huh? Oh, what's going on? Man, them folks, like, come on, bro, you know what's finna go on. Like, how the hell you can, you know what I'm saying? They ain't even like that, man. Them folks got tickets on a lot of these folks, I'm telling you.
We just heard somebody say these folks got tickets on these people. We know what's going on. First of all, who was that said that about the tickets?
Unc, the unidentified male that was being referred to as Unc.
And he's speaking with Mr. Sanders.
Correct.
And what, in your experience, do you know what tickets are?
A price on somebody's head.
What do you mean by it?
If you were Unc, there ain't no way you should be in the streets.
Like a bounty.
Okay. To have them arrested?
Harmed or killed.
And who were they referring to in that portion of the call?
They were saying that they had heard that Dominique Jones had tickets on a lot of people's heads.
If you come from the hood, you are...
Bro, come on. Is this like, okay, now so we learning something new. They saying Baby was putting a bag on niggas' heads. If that is true, bro, why do rappers keep doing that? Lil Durk, now it's Yellow Beezy, now it's Lil Baby, bro. You got more money than these niggas. Why is you worried about these broke ass, dirty ass niggas in the streets, bro? They got nothing to live for. They never gonna amount to nothing in life. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm just saying, you can tell by their faces, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you a rapper and you made it out, you successful, what do you have to beef with them for, bro? What? Never beef with a nigga that's broker than you. Why is you doing? What is the point, bro? You know what I mean? You can't take nothing from him. There's nothing you can gain from doing something to him. Only he can gain stuff from you because you're doing better. Lil Durk's situation was kind of understandable because he was trying to go after Quando Rondo. That was... You know what I'm saying? That was understandable.
Prosecution office, because it's just been leaked on the ground in Atlanta that they allegedly about to lock Lil Baby up. They said, quote, the head of Georgia PD Council's gang unit says his office is preparing to defend against a potential 4PF RICO. Sean Hoover, who manages the Georgia Public Defenders Council specialized unit on gang cases, says his office is actively preparing for a racketeering indictment on the 4PF and OMF cases. He expects Lil Baby to be indicted along with others. I'm gonna get this out the way first. I'm a Lil Baby fan. I like how Lil Baby came out the trenches, made a name for himself, and even when everybody said his career was over, bro came back, dropped a hot album, and he back on the charts. In this situation, man, it looked like it ain't really no way that Baby could get out this trap because with a RICO, guys, the RICO is tricky, right? RICOs tie you to your gang, even if you weren't part of it. That's what make RICO so scary. Because if you making the money, if you famous, and if you rich, and you got any type of gang ties, even if you wash it clean, even if you change your life, even if you're not even doing no more gang activity, a RICO could tie you to whatever the gang got going on. That's what makes it so spooky. The shooting that happened to that little boy, God rest his soul, my condolences to the family. They trying to tie Lil Baby to it, even though Lil Baby wasn't even there. It looked like they trying to double play and wrap it back around to try to blame Lil Baby for it, man. Listen, the streets don't play fair. Y'all already know that. They is doing something spooky in Atlanta right now, man. They trying to wrap up every rapper that got any street ties. They coming for people's head, man. You know, hopefully, man, videos like this could teach young men to just stay out the streets as much.
Stay out the streets. I always tell y'all that. And if y'all watch my videos, y'all know I'll tell y'all that. Y'all can't say I'm capping. Look, I tell y'all the streets is so dumb because look, here's Opps. This is how the streets work. This is how it's never going to be a fair game. Niggas ain't thorough. They not finna play by the rules, right? No. Here's what's finna happen. You see all them crash outs that came up the little, try to smoke Lil Baby and killed the 2 kids. They went to jail and start telling. So it doesn't matter. Niggas gonna tell regardless, no matter if they in your gang, if they in the opposite gang of you, no matter, like they're gonna tell. Like there's no wins. You don't win, bro. You cannot win. Everybody's gonna cheat when it can benefit them. It's niggas in their own gang that backdoor them, that tell on them, that snitch on them, the ops gonna snitch on you. That like everybody cheating and ain't no winners, bro.
You can because, bro, the streets literally don't let you retire. Like the only way they try to let you out the streets is death or jail. And with the way they Rico and these rappers, going to the music industry not even saving you no more. You gotta understand, rappers are the most targeted people in America right now, man. So look, my thoughts and prayers out to Lil Baby. Hopefully, bro, is innocent. And like we always say, man, in a court of law, Lil Baby, until they find any concrete evidence, bro is innocent until proven guilty.
Facts.
And I want to see all my black brothers win and be free.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep y'all updated. We're going to see, man, what y'all think about this situation. Tell me if y'all think Lil Baby could beat this case. Tell me if y'all think that, you know what I'm saying, they going too hard in Atlanta on some of these guys that's...
Man, I think he could beat that shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I think he could beat it because the cops, you can tell the cops hating like a, you can tell like this by him right here. You know what I mean? He just want to see Cuz get booked because he from Atlanta. He a successful rapper. You know what I mean? He mad that he ain't living that type of lifestyle. So they trying to pin that against him, talking about, oh, you came to your... Let's listen to it. Let's hear Milk Dud say it for himself. Hold up.
What days we saw homicide, cowardly acts of an Atlanta-based rapper that decided to go over into a rival gang stronghold and shoot a music video in a place that he knew he should not have been. And in the subsequent days, we saw homicides and shootings and ultimately the deaths of 2 children as a result of his cowardly actions. And
is it illegal for me to go in the ops? Do they own the neighborhood? Do them ops own that shit? I don't think so. So it's illegal for me to go to an ops neighborhood now? You get what I'm saying? And whatever they do and however they decide to act, I'm responsible for it? My nigga, I'm not them. They're grown ass men. You better hold them accountable. Like what? You get what I'm saying? That's the dumb shit, the hating shit I be talking about. They trying to hate on successful black men, bro. Come on, cuz. Just let cuz rock, bro. He shot a music video, bro. He actually doing something productive. You know what I mean? He got the little kids in the music video, giving them exposure, kiki, having fun, bro. I can't, like, I'm not responsible if these crash out niggas come and do this, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, rest in peace to them 2 kids that died for sure. I already made a video on all this. But I'm just saying, it's crazy how they still holding on to it. Like, bro, we been over past that shit. You still bringing it back up. Like, you know what I mean? That's like when you with your girlfriend and you do something to her and then y'all finally make up and then 2 months later when y'all get another argument, she bringing it back up. Like, man, you still want it. You had that on your mind the whole time. You never let that shit go. And let me know how y'all feel about it down below in the comments. Do y'all think Lil Baby gonna beat it? They talking about he should take the plea deal. And then people talking about, the streets might not accept the plea deal and accept if he does that. Man, if it's a plea deal, take that motherfucking plea deal. Ain't nobody about to stay in prison for y'all to satisfy y'all because y'all want like nigga, shut them for it. Man, take that motherfucking plea deal, bro. You need to be out there with your family, making music, getting more money, become more successful, bro. Don't let these like little niggas, troll niggas on the internet tell you, oh, you can't take no plea deal, bro. You think I'm about to sit in jail for you, cuz? Who are you? Hey, come on, y'all be on some weird shit, bro.